Well, Pelé was a very special player in the world of football, an incredible icon of the game. And as you mentioned there, 3 World Cup winners' medals, although one was retrospective. I think it was only in 2007 that he got his medal for 1962 because he didn't play in the final. But 2 goals in the 58 final, another goal in the 70 final. And without question, the greatest player of his generation. I think when you talk about the greatest player of all time, it's very difficult to compare players of different generations. But I think with him, you only have to look at the other great players of the time to hear what they said about Pelé, to know just how special he was. The likes of Cruyff and Beckenbauer talk about him as if he lived on another planet.
Matt, did you ever meet him?
I did get to meet him very briefly in Stoke City's ground a few years ago. I played in a charity football match for Gordon Banks, and Pelé came across. Obviously, he didn't play; he was getting on a little bit at that stage, but he came across to support Gordon, and I got to meet him and shake hands with him before the game, which was a very special moment. Because as a kid growing up, I heard all the stories. I was just a little bit too young to really see Pelé play in his prime, but you heard all the stories from my parents and my older brothers who could remember him playing. And when you see the footage of what he was like on a football pitch, for somebody who was, only 5'8", but you would never have guessed that from his aerial ability. But he was just, he had everything in his game, and he'll be sorely missed.
So, as an icon of sport, where does he stand for you amongst the greats like Messi and Ronaldo and Maradona?
Well, I think everybody will always consider Pelé in that conversation when they talk about the greatest of all time. As I said earlier, I find it very difficult to compare players of different generations. I think we can unequivocally say he was the greatest player of his generation, and I think he will always be spoken about when it comes to discussing players from different generations, because, as you say, his World Cup record of 3 wins, very likely to stick around for some time before someone will equal that. And I just feel like he was somebody who did so much good for the world after his playing career as well. He had a lot of ambassadorial stuff that he went on to do, and really tried to make a difference as a humanitarian as well, which says a lot about him.
Lovely. Matt Le Tissier, thank you very much.